Hello, my name is Rudy Martinez. I have been asked to come and give my experience with the Margaret Carter Skills Center, which I have no problem doing. It's my pleasure. I guess to begin with, we'd have to go with a little bit of my background. I'm out of California, from the Bay Area, out of San Jose, and it's a completely different mentality out there as a youth coming up, there's no direction. I got caught up early in the system. I grew up in San Quentin all through the 90s, every last second. I got out when I was 30, and so I started off a little late. I think I was a little too mature. It wasn't until I believe my late 30s that I started maturing up. I was able to relocate out here in 2010, and I was able to, actually by luck, really. I was talking to a buddy of mine who I trained with, and he told me that the Urban League was offering HVAC training for minorities, people with my type of background, people with, something that can hinder you. Look, I haven't been able to drive legally all my life behind my criminal lifestyle. I haven't been able to do anything legal. It wasn't until I sat down with Mr. Warren Fluker from Urban League, and we sat down and we just talked about what we could do to create a different lifestyle for me or somebody that's 15 feet away from the school. We don't have no type of direction from an elder perspective, So I took Mr. Fluker's word for it, man, and he pretty much told me that with hard work and determination, if there is an opportunity for you, would you do it? And I guess he called me out, and I believed it in my heart at the time. I think I could do it. Totally unknown, just recreating myself from the ground up. I'm coming over here trying to understand, wrap my mind around HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. All I knew was loading, unloading trucks, heavy equipment operator. When you're on parole running or anything, you could always find a construction job if you're really seriously trying to maintain without hurting anybody. You can find some work out there, but it will hurt you, man. It'll take its toll on you. I thought when this was first introduced to me that I wasn't going to be able to understand the math. I wasn't going to be able to understand the concepts of all of this because it's totally new from anything I've ever done in my life. That's when I was exposed to the Margaret Carter Skills Center. They said, look, man, there's an opportunity for you to go and get into HVAC. Go through Margaret Carter Skills Center, get your skills up so that when you do take advantage of this opportunity, you're able to follow the curriculum. As I came into the Margaret Carter Skills Center, I did everything I was supposed to do, but I just didn't have the high enough math. So I had to come back the following term and retake the math, which I was able to get it up high enough to go ahead and take the short-term training, HVAC training that PCC offered. So as I completed the short-term training, it pretty much opened my eyes up to, I could do anything I really want to do right now. I'm so close to completing this associate's degree. I got it. I wasn't even sure it's what I wanted to do, but it's clear to me that, short-term training is one thing, but if you want to have some kind of accountability, you want to have some presence out there in the workforce, you got to have some training, man. And entry level, associate's degree is clearly an entry level, letting people know you're ready to roll, and that's where I'm at. I think I want to do some renewable energy now that I've been exposed to this. I think I'd like to design maybe some solar work. But it's just to give you a little idea. I mean, I'm pretty much completing my degree now. I'm just about done. But I am considering going and doing a little bit more school now. I owe it all to Margaret Carter Skills Center. Miss Marcia, Miss Mary, Mr. Conte, Mr. White, they pretty much they pretty much work with you. You know, they'll help anybody who wants to help themselves. You know, if you ain't gonna commit yourself, if you ain't gonna commit, I wouldn't suggest, you know, no, don't do this. But if you're committed, if you have some type of history that, you want to put behind you, you want to rebuild, then Margaret Carter Skill Center is the place for you if you're serious about, changing your life.
Where do you think you'd be now if it weren't for the center?
Well, I mean, I hate to say this, it's such an awful system that I was involved in, and it was a cycle that was really hard to break. I don't know where I'd be. I might be dead. I used to joke around saying I'm on bonus time, and I personally believe I am. And I'm trying to make the best of this bonus time. I think that the next few years from now, the time will tell where it's going to be for me. I think right now I need to wrap my mind around still understanding college, still understanding my goal or what I'm trying to do. Let me wrap my mind around that first, because it's real serious. I'm taking out student loans, taking out a lot of things that are going to change my kids' lives, my family's, and I just got to be real serious about what I'm doing. So, taking things really slow.
That's good. Thanks.
All right.